the future of Naraka. But first, I'm excited to see this last game of Hollow. It's game 3 off spawn. We're gonna see KLA in Imperium facing off against Alliance. A lot of the timing attacks happen in Imperium. There's just so much good loot around here, especially where it's high yield. The northern part having so much loot, multiple platforms having loot, just outside having a ton of loot. Now, no Fireflies on engage. What we see looks like we have OUG versus GG, two of the strongest dueling teams, two of the strongest macro teams, but OUG on their Tesla Viper looking for the opener right now. Tesla going in, the F3 of Yushan being invested onto Tesla, damage reduction tickling everyone. F2 from Yodo is coming out, but the pressure from OUG is just too much. They absolutely shred GG with that F3 Viper coming in hot. OUG's U on the Wu Chen. Man, they make that look easy.
That was just slice and dice coming out from OUG. The Hang Sword doing so much. They were grouped up. The vertical blue just decimating GG. Unfortunately for them, they're gonna have to go and find a rebirth somewhere else, most likely. But we're heading back on over to Imperium Village. KLA fighting it out against Alliance. QGG taking a bunch of damage here off of a parry that wasn't even meant for him, but thankfully he's still on his feet. They managed to buy themselves a little bit of time, but OUG are coming into the mix. They are engaging like, they just got this beasts just going crazy. Just the jaw lock, they are locked in, and they are not going to be letting these players go. Alliance Bo, he's trying to disengage, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make it out of their line of sight. As for the moment, OUG, they recognize that there's other teams close by. They don't want to get caught out chasing people down unnecessarily. Stabilize. It's just like tempered ugliness, and I love it. KLA, they're coming in. They're trying to find an opening for themselves. But the Tessa ult's coming in. The Viper ult as well. KLA, oh no, the bear trap catching QGG, but it's not gonna matter. OUG, they're focusing all of their attention onto this Karumi, but unfortunately they're not able to take him down just yet. Manages to get that ultimate off, and they're forced to disengage. They're forced to try and step back for the moment. The big parry coming out from the Wu Chen, and it looks as though they're just going to use that ultimate to disengage. Alliance Bo, where is he? Is he sitting in a bush, or is he just hiding behind? He's just hiding behind a rock. He's just sat there crouched, hiding behind the rock, trying to see if he can pick up a kill here or something. I don't know what's going on, but we've got the re-engagement coming out again. Oh, Alliance, the kick coming through. He gets the kick onto the Takeda. QGG, he's so low here. He's not able to stay on his feet. Alliance, they're going to be just picking up the scraps here. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alliance picking up 3 eliminations.
OUG plays that perfectly right there, really dragging out the resources of KLA. You see OUG not wanting to invest their Wu Chen port until Takeda ult goes down. Now Alliance able to close that out, but now we're gonna get the rematch. OUG versus Alliance. You took our kills, we're coming back. Wu Chen port is gonna get forced out, but OUG really good at hunting, gonna try to sniff out exactly where Alliance went. But Wu Chen's port, that was an S tier port, all the way out in the soul. Max range gets to go away from there. Now we're gonna get EWG versus JL inside Metap, and we're seeing the new comp. The Zai ult is already invested. This composition is just so for fun. I want to see it work, and it looks like TE's pressure does get neutralized here. And that's one thing that I think the comp does a little bit better than a traditional Sand Siphon, is that you're able to disengage out of these Moonbane situations because you're invisible. When you're invisible, you're not able to get counter grappled, and it looks like JL is able to find their way out of here. Unfortunately, EWG, fresh with a triple ult, does see them on their exit strategy, and they are going to get doped on. JL, no ult to the name. Temi ult gonna get invested here onto Matari. The good thing for Matari, though, she can port away, so she is a great sacrifice here, creating a ton of space for her team to get out of there. Temi ult's already down. Can JL find a way back. This is nice job by VVV. Great presence of mind from JL to fade back to get to that ballista. They don't have ultimates, but they do have this ballista to their name, and now EWG has to reconsider how they're going to enter on here. No Temi ult to their name, but they still have that Takeda ult on the outside, though. Investing into this would mean that they would be all in, and it looks like JL is actually able to survive that situation as well. Great job avoiding the Moonbane pressure from TE, and then great job from avoiding the full triple ult pressure from EWG. Now off the platform, we're seeing EWG getting invested on into DRG in these canyons. Nowhere to go. JJH also getting taken down. Yodo getting juggled against the wall. Nowhere to go. Flames now running for the hills. Can't go anywhere. EWG on his heels with the shoves coming out. Where you going, Flames? You're going down. Give me these points. We're gonna slurp this up. And EWG on their quest to get the 72 points. The goalpost is moving higher and higher, and EWG definitely has their work ahead of them if they hope to qualify for this third bi-weekly finals.
Absolutely. We're heading on to the podium. GG fighting against Wolves here. The Thorny Roller just coming through again and again, but they don't seem to care. They're just gonna keep on fighting. ZK managed to attach himself to that ceiling, able to avoid the Thorny Roller. They're trying to chase down GG. LXM, he's immediately just full disengaging with those grapples along with his teammates. And it looks as though they may have been able to make it out alive and disengage fully here. But unfortunately, I don't think EG is going to be able to do the same. KLA coming in with that perfect third party, the timing attack, catching Wolves with their pants down, having just fought GG. Oh, no, but they re-engage again. Another timing attack coming out from Alliance here. Alliance seeing all of this sort of scrap, they know what's happening. They knew there was a Moonbane here not that long ago. All of the teams just coming on over to see what's going on. They find them slipping. They find KLA having committed their ultimates and not having the cooldowns available. And they just take them down one by one. It seems this lonely Karumi trying to disengage, trying to scale rush and grapple away. 17S, he's not going to be able to do it, unfortunately. And he does get cleaned up by Alliance. But now OUG coming into the mix. The Tessa ult has landed onto Alliance's Tessa. Lane parrying just a little bit too early, unable to prevent this pulsar damage from coming through. And the forced Wu Chen ult is going to take them to safety for just a moment. I don't think OUG is aware of where they teleported to. And engaging on this team in that space underneath the podium with the Thorny Roller in play is a bit dangerous. I do think we have Realms of Yang up as well, but none of these teams seem all that interested. All of the teams just fighting around the podium. They're ready to go in, though. I said that it was a little risky. They are ready to take that risk, engaging immediately. Exactly. All of them getting onto the ceiling. Yeah, the triple scale rush coming in.
Alliance was actually setting a nice trap there with this triple scale rush, and I was like, are they going to fall for it? OUG was like, you got a triple scale rush? We got the triple scale rush. What's up? Flying V formation. Ducks fly together. We're going out there. Like you were pointing out, Duncan, Realm of Yang. We got another pleasure seeing JL in here with the Zai. Can this beat Siphon is the question. We got a JDG's Toot. I can't even pronounce this. On the Takeda. Zai is going to come out. F3 is going to be invested. Flying up. We're going to get another F3. He is in the Temio. He is just getting put in the blender. What can he do? Getting shoved left to right. Popped right now. But we do have that material. He can pick himself up right now. Will he be able to find the kill? VVV able to pick up his health up. Another shove coming out. This Sand Siphon is very, very juiced up. Purple armor on everyone, but JL is able to weather the storm and match right now. Now it's coming down to a neutral situation. Dragon Roll is going to come out by Fong, controlling the space. Now VVV takes to the sky, looks for the flank. He's going to get it. F3 is going to come out with the flying and the parry.
No
Second. VVV going crazy on the Zai. We still got B2 on our zipping. Are we going to close this out? JDG has a chance to come out. VVV is popped right now. He's going to keep up the pressure. Light attacks are coming out. 1v3 situation. And are we going to get the first upset full Blueberry team? With the Zai is going to take down. Oh my God. Tell me this isn't real. What am I watching in 2024? Zai, Matari, zipping. Oh my God. This is going to go everywhere in ranked. This is going to be absolutely nuts, Duncan.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh no.
F3 Comet Zai flying in.
It's the Mado special. They watched the EU scrims. They saw the Zai prow. And if you guys don't know, the EU scrims for trios took place recently, and we had Mado, one of the OG EU players. He's definitely a Zai enjoyer, along with his V3 Justina, and he gets so much value out of these off-meta picks. It's actually crazy to see how much value he can get out of it. But yeah, I somewhat doubt that JL was watching the EU trio scrim. I slightly doubt it. It's probably something that they've been cooking up for a little bit themselves. But hey, JL with the F3 Zai pulling it out, showing what's up. Hey, maybe Mado wasn't smoking that copium. You know, maybe he was onto something all along, ladies and gentlemen. VVV, he's looking to make something happen yet again, committing both of his Fs. The parry coming out, but unfortunately, the zipping not able to keep him alive. Just gets absolutely obliterated. Even with that gold damage. I think they could have committed more ultimates, but I think they were just gonna try and see if they could do something with just the Zai, and then he just instantly disappeared, and he wasn't able to stay alive, unfortunately. Oh, JL, one Feng, very nice little turnaround there with that Dragon Roll, managing to pick up that one elimination. Now in a 1v2 situation, he's not going to be able to do this, I don't think. He can't prevent the res here. He's using the ultimate, interestingly enough. He's going for the Dragon Roll. He's trying to turn it around. Actually gets the confirmation, but the Tessa F is going to prevent it from continuing. And OUG are going to be able to pick up JL. What am I watching?
We cast a curse now.
Just
really
disappeared.
Go in and just that's what I'm saying. Zai is not a unit. She is very, very vulnerable. First, OUG is going to get dove on by EWG. Coming in hot with the Temi ult investment. OUG is going to be able to pour it out of here. Nice counterplay with the Wu Chen denying that Temi pressure. And OUG is going to try to make their way to the bush, to the no-walled zone, and fight this out, surrounded by all angles. We got Wolves in here, as well as JDG fighting on the outside. EWG just got so many options to pick off from. It looks like they're going to pick from this buffet of fights over here at the wall, over here at the bridge. Wolves not seeing the oncoming danger lurking in the shadows. That is EWG. EWG making their way off, looking for that focus fire, looking for that ambush. Wolves recognizing, wait a second, something is afoot, something is in the air. It's EWG. The DMAC is going to come down, and now F1 activating on the Takeda 9, looking to get that opener off. Temi trying to close the distance, hold down this Yushan. Great jump parry coming on from Yushan, and now EWG's 9 has to reel, has to slow this down, but JDG coming in the flank. The hunters become the hunted. Now Wolves activating as well. Another Naraka festival going. Now we got a third party, we got a fourth party. It's just a giant festival, all mosh pitting in. RMB's coming out. JDG's toot gonna get deleted, and EWG fading out of all this pressure, finding their way back into this. 80% on Takeda, looking to get this ultimate 9. Did I
the Zai!
F3 Zai coming in hot. JDG, JL joining in the party. We got VVV on the Zai. Almost has ultimates up. The Kurumi is going to be investing her ultimate, but JL staying active in this mid game. They're not playing this slow at all. This looks like to be a very active calm, countering the current meta of this V3 Viper and the Siphon. I would like to see this comp versus Cannonball and how it fares, but looks like the fight selection coming out from JL with 5 kills is looking to find these Sand Siphons and these Attack on Titans when they're vulnerable and finding that F3 jump in when they can. EWG somehow surviving all of that chaos with no ultimates. Good job to them. They still have their work cut out for them. They're still trying to qualify to go into this third bi-weekly finals.
Indeed. That was JJH going into the realm of Yang, seemingly uncontested for the moment, but yeah, that is something that it looks as though they're just going to go fully uncontested. One of the main reasons that we see this occasionally happening, we see most teams looking to contest the first realm of Yang, but the secondary realm of Yang isn't always something that teams want to go for, as it's later on into the game. A lot of teams are very stacked, and then some not so much. Some of these teams have blue armor. Speaking of, we have OUG with blue armor on 2 members. Managed to find the Tessa confirmation onto 9. 9, no ultimate to speak of, and just gets cooked here. SS as well, though he's taking a lot of damage. His teammates trying to peel for him. They managed to find the peel, and 14 is also going to be taken down. EWG in a very bad spot here. It looks as though XG, yeah, he's the... I did think that one of them may have survived, and that does seem to be the case, but is he going to be able to creep his way into the zone? The anti-healing is starting to stack up. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no, he's found. They found him. He does avoid the Tessa ult. The V1 does dodge away, but he does get overheld by OUG's U. The fans. That was rough. Alliance coming in to pick up the scraps. But back to what I was gonna say. There's far fewer teams, and a lot of these teams are looking to go into that end game. They're trying to stay alive, and they're not looking to fight all that much going into the end game unless they are forced to do so. If you're in that end game and you've gone into the realm of Yang and you've lost and you have Yang depletion, trying to force fights can be very detrimental to your game. A lot of the time you might not be able to find teams who are even willing to entertain the idea of fighting, or even just like playing the initial just sort of back and forth, and you're forced to commit so hard. You're forced to overcommit a lot of the time and just go YOLO and just try your very best to actually get anything. And a lot of the time there are a lot of teams that are aware of this, the Yang depletion situation that we talk about. They're aware of this being a possibility, and they're just waiting to see if there is a team lurking around trying to force fights, wait for them to do so, and then come in for that third party. So you have to be very sure that you're able to either secure that realm of Yang win or potentially have soul blooms. But that's the thing, though. Soul blooms, they're not ever present now. Once you kill somebody, once you take them down, they do expire after 2 minutes now. I don't think it's on the patch that they're currently playing, but it will be very soon. FPX, though, we're going into quick replay. EWG up against FPX in the realm of Yang. Dongxing getting tossed around, hasn't committed the ultimate yet, but now pulling it out, having lost some armor. The Ferrier ult and the Yueshan ult, all 3 members using their ultimates here, trying to lock down this Takeda, and they're able to do so. 9 getting cooked. Dongxing taking a lot of damage as well. Is that F1? No.
F2. What was
I think that was F2, yeah. Yeah, when he threw it in the air, I wasn't too sure.
Duncan, when you saw F1.
A little exciting.
Off meta. Connoisseur Duncan. FPX is going to be closing out this fight, though. Winning the realm of Yang on their cannonball versus EWG. Nothing left to do. Surgical play coming out from FPX. Closing this out. No bad blues, only light attacks, closing out that zipping. Nothing she can do to bring that fight back to FPX on the cannonball. Now, we saw them in game 2 play that end game perfectly. You pointed them out on the high ground. absolutely out-positioning the rest of the lobby. Now we're seeing them posturing going into this end game, but this is what I was saying. First game, very, very slow. Second game starts getting a little bit more heated, and now going into game 3, we are starting to get up to that red hotness where all the teams are comfortable. They know that everything is on the line right now. They need to make this weekly finals. Everyone's comfortable, and we're seeing that comfort level through the roof with JL trying out this Matari Zai zipping composition, a version of the Siphon. So the lineage of Siphon, we used to call Siphon with Takeda, the Matari zipping, where you give that Matari ult to the Takeda, giving him an extra shove, and you just ran your entire offense through that. And it was actually V1 zipping back in the day, because every shove that Takeda does heals him for his damage. Now, as the game has progressed, Takeda has been tuned down, so his heal isn't as prevalent. Now, before that even happened, Temi ended up being a better partner for Takeda, just because it minimized a ton of the pressure from monks. It also gave you the option of challenging these chests. Now, fast forward to today, fast forward to JL, showing another variation, going with a little bit of a mix here, an old school remix, changing out that Takeda and putting Zai instead with these V3 Vipers going around in this mid game, able to challenge these Viper teams. So low key, no one really knows that Zai is an absolute menace when it comes to these Wu-Chen Viper Tessa teams. The transformation, their attack on Titan does not really qualify for dealing with the Zai compositions. We're going to see DRG's WFC going to get taken down, and OUG is on an absolute tear. They are just rolling through this lobby with you in the back line on the Wu-Chen. You got to imagine that these guys are super, super comfortable. Best Wu-Chen in the league by far. I believe his ports are super on point, but they're also so dynamic that you're able to play so offensively. It looks like JL, just like in their fashions, able to play for these gold armors, finding the great timing right now. And TE, former teammates, you love to see it. The salty runbacks, both teams looking at each other. VVV with the F3, able to comet his way out of it, but it looks like he's going to get connected to now. Forced to pop the ultimate, forced to pop Matari ult in order to stay alive right now. And this is what I was hoping to see. Can this team deal with Cannonball? And I just didn't see the answer. And it looks like the answer is to just run away, avoiding the situation altogether. JL managing to get out of sight, out of mind, all of TE's cooldowns, invest in this. They still have Yodo ult now. They have to be careful with Wolves lurking in the background. It looks like Wolves is just, that's a solo player in the bushes. So JL is still going to be under a ton of pressure from TE. The former teammates going in, want to take this fight, knowing that all the cooldowns are used. TE not able to. Great job kiting TE over here. JL taking the high ground, watching them counter grappling for their teammates, and they will survive going into this end game. Woohoo!
Indeed.
I want to see this come in the end game. What can they do?
I do as well.
Show me the technology, JL.
Oh god, it's a sight to see. You know, VVV on the Zai actually doing well as well. They did get a little bit overconfident coming out of that realm of Yang when VVV just got
Siphon?
destroyed. Zai Siphon. See, the thing is, that's low-key not actually a bad idea, as one of the things that really prevents Takeda from getting value is the fact that Viper can pop that V3 and keep him silenced for the duration, or if they happen to be running F2, they can use the silence on that F as well. So Takeda, if he's silenced, then he can't do anything. He can't use his ultimate. Whereas Zai, once she's used that ultimate, once she's popped the ult, she's able to just use it like any other weapon. And it gives you so much pressure, which is so useful when you're trying to fend off these Vipers. You know, the gold focus, just sending it out left and right, the fire wave from the V2 as well, giving you so much AoE damage, so much AoE pressure, and like the tech chase as well. Like, you're never running away from a good Zai. A good Zai player they just chase you to the ends of the earth, especially with F3. If you're gonna run F3, you know, I've fought Mado a bunch in solos with his F3 V2 Zai, and it is not fun to play against, especially as a Tarka. It's probably one of his worst matchups. But even then, even if you're not playing Tarka, even if you're playing something else, it's still really rough. You just play it full aggro, you use the F3 to engage, almost immediately use your ultimate, and then you have another F3 if they try and disengage again. But speaking of disengage, GG. They've lost a member here. Member 330 almost dead here, almost timed out. They're trying to disengage. They're trying to apply some pressure here, making sure that they aren't the ones getting lobbied. Oh no, FPX Water may have gotten a little bit too close there. Not too sure about that one, big dog. He just sort of walks into them and just immediately gets destroyed, throws down the pillar, but is just not able to get into that Farrier mech, unfortunately. And LXM picking up another kill. CJS, oh, SS finds him and gets him with that cannon shot as well. Catches him healing, catches him unaware, and is able to pick up the elimination. Oh no! Joey, what are you doing? FPX, they're just trolling. They're just sort of wandering around without a care in the world. And just walks into GG, dies. And second one walks into the Thorny Roller, almost dies, forced to use his ultimate now. But he's managed to stay alive for the moment. TE now using that Farrier mech, applying the pressure onto Alliance here. Alliance Bow so low, he does get taken down. VVV. I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh. What? But look at that. Yeah. See, that's the damage. That's the side damage right there, ladies and gentlemen. You throw out that V2 fire wave, the chain wave. What do? They just get all grouped together and they just get absolutely cooked. JL managed, like, they're going uncontested on this side of the zone, Raven. Like, this is
I see the theory. I definitely respect it, but OUG is absolutely rolling this lobby. Already up to 15 kills, surviving and thriving still on the outside right now. They're just an assassination squad moving so viciously across the map. This roller, though, is making some Naraka pizza. Some of these teams looking like pizza dough. FPX getting squished over and over, looking like a pepperoni pizza out here. Just what happened to FPX with this roller going around? We got JL on the outside, but JJH on the high ground, on the cannonball, looking to control this space and hopefully get their Farrier active again. Good job by JJH Flame on the Yushan, able to dictate a lot of this spacing right here. OUG trying to find their nook and cranny, but unfortunately for them, that attack on Titan not able to survive the situation. A Titan alive, taking up that space. Now, OUG still holding that little bit of location over there, but JJH is going to slurp that up. Will they be able to force OUG out of here? GG on the upside, staying alive.
He's
and
going in!
He gets
the kill!
With the F3 on the Zai. Oh my goodness. VVV, what's going on over here? Does anyone need a little bit of cooking? The chains are out, whipping this lobby into submission. VVV with this Zai Siphon absolutely decimating the third party. What can you do? No ultimate name, but Yushan is going to come down, able to slow down a lot of this pressure. Han on the Yodo is going to get taken down by JL's TXJ, and it looks like JL with the innovation, up to 10 kills, surviving on the edge against all odds, is looking to clean up this lobby. TE has one member who's really low. LYD
it's over.
Trying to die to zone, but it looks like JL is gonna get 13 kills and MVP, and you see that big smile coming out from VVV. He knows